Let's see. Oh, here we go. Do, 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 do. Hi guys, how y'all doing? What am I doing here? Oh, what have I done here? I'm just trying to get into the chat, guys. Just bear with me 1 second. I don't know what I'm doing. Weather's too hot. Page is the wrong way. It'd help if it was right way, wouldn't it? Try again. No, that's... Oh. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Here we go. There we go. Hi Julie, alright sweetheart? How you doing, sweet? Is the sound and everything alright? Oh, I was absolutely having that sweat here. Is that flipping warm? At least if I do the acrylic paints tonight. Anyway, Julia, we've got to decide what we want to do. We can either do the acrylic paints on this background, like we said. I'm just dreading because the masking fluid has been on now since last Tuesday. So it's been on for over a week. So we could end up with all the paper being bloody ripped and everything. But hey ho, we'll see what. So that's the page. Remember when I was doing last Thursday, I started doing the crystals and everything, didn't I? I just want to put a bit of this on it while I'm just waiting, because I couldn't find it before. I realised they hadn't done it on all of them, so I'll show a bit on here while we're just waiting to see if anybody else pops in. I've got the windows wide open because it's that hot. Let me know if the traffic gets too bad, because I live right on a dual carriageway. So if you think it's getting too bad, just let me know and I'll shut the window. I'm just smoothing this on all over the place, just. So how are you doing, sweetheart? How is everybody? Hi, Emily. Are you going to be lurking, sweetheart? Oh, thanks, Emily. Appreciate knowing you there, darling. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Can't remember where I did this up to. I think it was here. Turn it around a bit so I can actually see what I'm doing. This is just the Spectrum Noir glitter glitter pen. Let me just squeeze it onto this, into the palette, and then I can... Have you been doing any crystal stuff, Julia? Have you managed to get anything done, or have you been busy with the kids and working and that, darling? I did go over this bit last week, but I just want a bit of extra sparkle, why not? These paints are brilliant, they dry so quick. Just like the water brush pens we have. They're quite easy to put on and it dries really, really quick, but with the most amazing sparkle. Hard to see on camera, I think, but... Hi, you alright, sweetheart? Hi, True, you alright, sweetheart? Yeah, I started this page last Thursday. It's the double page from Geomorphia, and because this month's theme, I do a Kerby theme challenge every month, and this month is crystals, so that is the first time I decided to die on me. And then we couldn't get it back on. It completely gave up the ghost. So I've got a new phone. It's the iPhone 12, I think. So it's new to me. It just kept coming up then not able to connect. So I do apologise if I have any problems. But if it goes off and I'm still wittering on with myself, let me know in capitals if you can, guys. I know I get a bit lackadaisical reading the chat. So yeah, these are the glasses that I've been wearing for the last 2 weeks. As you can see, this lens just usually is up against my cheek and to the top of the glass, and then I've got a big hole in this one. So that's what I've been creating with for the last couple of weeks because the little fluffy gorgeous, yeah, they're a bit broke, aren't they, Angela? Yeah, but I've got my new ones today. Very swish. These are my new ones. Yeah, all full of condensation because I'm absolutely sweating me back out. Sorry about that. Let me just give them a quick clean. A quick wipe rather, not clean. Yeah, so these are the new ones, and I've had that thing on it. You know, when I go out in the sun, they go dark as well. Hi, Pickles. You all right, sweet pea? How you doing, my love? Just showing everyone my new glasses, Pickles. Yeah, they've got a bit of a swish arm on them as well. So yeah, I've wore them. I've weed them. I've weed them all day. I've worn them all day because I've got to wear them full time. But I don't know if we should have a ceremony for these guys. Do you think we should have a bit of a, you know, a bit of a prayer for them? Because it's a bit sad for them, isn't it? They have been through the wars, God bless them. But you know what? I'm going to keep them. Just in case. You never know. It's the same prescription as I've got in now. I've only had them 3 months. And that's the second pair, is it? So, we can either, guys, like I was saying, this is the page I was working on last Tuesday, wasn't it? I was doing the crystals around the outside, and then during the week I've added some Nouveau drops and some white stars. I did the splatter, didn't I? Oh, I've got a fly buzzing around me now. Oh. Hi, Leslie. Hiya, darling. You all right, sweetheart? God, it's warm here, guys. I feel like I'm like literally melting. Yeah, I think it was about 28, something like that. Pickles. I was in the car this morning at 10 o'clock and it was 26. Oh no, sorry, that was dinner time, 12 o'clock when I come out my eye appointment. And it was just, yeah, I've got my window open, and like I said in the past, I have got, I do live next to a dual carriageway, so if it does get too noisy, let me know and I'll shut the window. But then I'll probably just be in a heap of sweat on the floor. Yeah. Well, believe it or not, I've just come in. I've literally been rushing around for the last hour. Chloe's been here this evening for a tea with Jace, and then I dropped them off, and then I had to get back in, and then I got home and she rang me. She'd left a mobile phone in the back of the car. She rang me off Jace's tablet thing or something, I don't know, so I had to go all the way back with a mobile phone, and I got in about 22, so I haven't even had a chance to cool down or anything yet. So right, guys, so I was thinking if I work on this page but doing this back, and then also, are you ready, guys? I'm dead proud of myself. Some of you might have seen it before, but I told you last week how I was really not confident about doing crystals, and I wanted to work on a page from Alien Worlds. It was the crystal hibernation page, and here we go. I'm absolutely over the moon with how it came out. Let's put in that one so you can only see the one page on there. Yeah, I'm absolutely yeah, they're built to keep the heat in, except for at winter. Then we don't get any heat. We're all skint and can't afford it. Oh, I wish we had air conditioning. Oh my God. Oh, thank you. Hi, Bonnie. Thank you, darling. Yeah, I was absolutely over the moon with it. You know when you get a thought in your head, and when I was looking at the page, I've seen it coloured in a few different ways, and I thought the alien isn't going to be able to see in colour because he's inside the crystal. So I was toying around with loads of, like colours, because I'm thinking, well, should I do it in red or should I do, like it as a crystal? I love blue, so it had to be a blue crystal. So I did him all in yellow first, and then I added a few extra lines in because a few of these were only short lines. Obviously giving the alien, it was mostly around the outside, so I drew a couple of extra lines in to break it down, and I just coloured it as if there was no image there. I just used all the colours, exactly the same colours, exactly the same all over the top, and I'm really, really pleased with where it come out. On some of the white marks, I did the Helen Elliston book, when I said last week that I was gonna. Oh, hi, Susan. Hiya, darling. You're right, darling. Thank you for coming over, Sue. So some of the marks, rather than just do it in white, I used the eraser, and I love that because it actually brought the actual yellow, the colour through to get little bits. I know it's like yellow here because I only did the light blue over it, but I think it's because I burnished it quite a lot, so the colour wouldn't go over it there. So that's the page I'm currently working on, but we'll get this double page in Geomorphia. We'll get some of this ink working on here so I can be a bit messy for a bit. I did actually get changed before we come on because I knew I'd end up with Everyone's saying hi to each other. Good. I hope I've not missed anyone out. If I have, hi. I've not meant to. Now, what I have noticed is, and I didn't even know till I watched a video back the other day by accident, because I don't like watching my own videos, because I think my voice sounds awful. I didn't notice how dirty my thingy is. So let me just clean this yellow off here, if it'll come off, because it's been on for... It's just this, what is it? I think it's acrylic ink. Right, it looks yellow on there, but it's coming off like red. It looks like I've got a board in the kitchen, you know, for when we order a curry in from the takeaway, and we just use the one chopping board to put the curry out, and it all stains yellow from the different curries. Looks like that. And get a bit of elbow grease in there, Ness, come on. It looks blinking awful, doesn't it? I didn't realise how bad it looked. I bet you're all thinking, alright, scruff, wouldn't you? Right, I think that's about as good as it's going to get for now anyway. Let me try with a dry cloth. Whoa. It's come off a bit better now, that. There we go, it's all off. Whoa, blinding you all now with the bright lights. I'll do that, and then I'm going to mess it all up now, aren't I, by putting a load more inks on it. So, I think I'm going to do it like this. Let's get another piece of paper behind there. So, let's see if I can get a piece I've already used. There we go. Oh heck, everything's nearly coming down on top of me then. I'm just going to put that behind there. So, hope everyone's well, like I said. Right, now, I seen Nico Sim using a paintbrush a couple of weeks ago, and it looked fantastic. Big thick brush with a big thing on it, and then it goes to little. I ordered one of these, and I know it's not the right one. I think these are for Chinese letter, you know, like when they're writing the letters, but it's so good. I love it. It goes to, you know, dead fat or dead like thin, so I used that. And then now also, guys, as well, might have a bit of trouble, because last time we was on, Leslie, if you remember, darling, I put it all down the masking fluid, but it's still on. I've not took it off, so please all keep your fingers crossed for me that the masking fluid is going to come off, because it's been on for over a week now. So all I'm going to do is get some water down on the page. Now these are the blues I'm using. I've got the magic colour. Let me just see if I can. Do you want to come in a bit further, guys? Oh, I thought my laptop had gone off then. I was going to say, I've bought new glasses, bought a new mobile phone. Please don't say I've got to buy a new laptop next, because I would just start crying. So all I'm doing is giving the page a good wet. But I don't want to wet it all over too much, yeah? So I've got these are the magic colour. They're acrylic inks. I got them from Amazon. And the three colours are, this one is aqua blue. And then there is cobalt blue. Cobalt blue is the darkest. Then I've used the, what did I just say a minute, aqua blue. And then this blue, I love this blue, this light one. It's Lagoon Blue. So what I did was took the darkest colour. Actually, I'm going to do it different. Just bear with me a minute. Get some water on here. I'm going to start from the middle and work outwards. Yeah, these brushes, I got them from AliExpress. And they are good. I got a few of them, a few different sizes. They are good because you can get right into small centres, but I've noticed they leave a lot of hairs behind. It's like a molting cat. Not that I've got a cat, I don't know if they molt cats, but... So, oh, that middle's wet. How's everyone doing in the chat? Is everyone okay? What's usually covered by a raven? Mine is usually covered. What we're talking about, something's being covered by hair here, guys. I hope you're not being rude. And if you are, it's air conditioning. I'd sit, you know, all night in the car, literally. The car has got central heating. Central heating. Bloody hell, that's just us in the UK, innit? Up here, pickles. First thing we think of is central heating. So yeah, these I've got the pipette, is it called? Is that a pipette? And then all I did was go around the page. Don't want to try and keep this colour to the kind of centre, but I want it to do its own thing as well, if you know what I mean, like work out and mix with the others. The other page did take me quite a bit because I just kept laying layer after layer down. Now, with the heat, I'm trying not to keep reaching across the page. I do apologise, guys. And these do leak as well, guys. Not leak, bleed, sorry. Now, the first time round, I did use my hairdryer. Obviously, I'm going to need to use the hairdryer. Again, you know, like to move the inks round. And that's how I get them to blend in with each other. So I'm going in with the second colour now. And this one is the Cobalt Blue. Is it the darkest one? I tried to put finger marks down the side of each one so I'd be able to tell which one's which. No, Aqua Blue's the next one. Ness, come on, get your head in gear. Like I say, because I've not even had time to prep properly, so I do apologise, guys. Mind you, I think it's better when I wing it, even though I do say so myself. I'm just going round and putting some round there. Then what I'll do is add a little bit of water, try and bring that in. Like I say, guys, if that traffic's getting a bit too thingy for everyone, just give me a shout. Not that I'll do anything, I'll just sit here and say okay. Oh, right, so that's all looking a tribal mess at the moment. Let me just see where I put my hairdryer the other day. Oh, here we go now, big boys with their toys. Right, now if this hairdryer is too loud, I don't know how to mute it. So I'm only gonna... Is that too loud? Let me know. And then all I do is, I try and, like, blow it, you know, like to a certain direction, so it will mix, hopefully. And it'll just make like different puddles and different waves.
Just trying to get my brush tongue off. Bring that colour in a little bit in this one as well. Hopefully it won't take that long to dry. I should have brought some kitchen roll in there. Let me take this little cloth out of here a minute. Put that green fur back in green fur. And bits where it's a bit too, you know, like where it's a bit too runny. And with this as well, you don't have to dry it fully either. Do you know, like each section, can't speak. So I'm just going to try and bring this out, and obviously once it's dry, it's permanent. I'm hoping the I don't go too much onto the, so I'm just going to get the darkest colour. Sorry for banging on the glass with the bottles as well. I love the way it spreads. Can you see that? The way it just, that's how I'd like to try and get it all over, you know, like so it just bleeds into itself. But because I'm going around the outside, there's got to be a bit more careful, so I just want to do it just a little bit at a time. Obviously I've just picked up a bit of that blue there, so like I say, I've got the masking fluid on here, and I hope when we come to take it off shortly, now I've just been thinking why is it all running, but I didn't add this first time round because I started off with the edges. I just kept dipping it in as well rather than just pulling it out a little bit. Now depending on how intense you want the colour, obviously I've gone quite mad on the other page, so it does take, you know, a couple of coats you need to put on. You can put it on quite thick. Doing it around the edges gets a bit tedious. Why does my laptop keep going off every couple of minutes? And oh wow, I nearly put the thing straight in there then. But I mean, it does dry quite light when you mix it with the water, but obviously because this is just neat now going on, it's a lot darker. I know I've got that masking fluid on, but I still want to be careful because I can't remember if I went all over the thing, which if I did I could just slap it on, but knowing my look I probably just went round the very edges. So what's everyone been up to? Have you all been having fun? And well, in the UK, we've been having some very hot weather. But I know everyone else around the world, we're all at different seasons, aren't we? I know Karen was telling me in Australia it's very cold at the moment. She's just enjoying getting all cozied up in front of the fire and stuff like that. I thought, I feel like I'm in a fire, never mind getting cozied up to one. I went to the park today with Jace. Me and his granddad took him to the park, but it was, I think we was there about half an hour and it was just way too warm. We took the dogs and it's like a big river, the River Irwell, and the dogs had an absolute ball just swimming in it. Now, where I didn't get right up to, first time I did this, I didn't use the what have I just done that for? Oh, God. I didn't use the masking fluid, so I had to be really careful, but I'm just going to give it a bit of a splosh because I can see the masking fluid over here, so I can have a bit more. You can just keep adding it on until you get as dark as you want. It is drying quite. No. You get some places where it goes, you know, you get it quite thicker than other places where, but I don't know if that's just it soaking right into the paper. Like I say, it's get this first layer on. I don't have to go right near the edges again, so I can just start building it up in the middle. It's weird because that first page I did, it looks like some kind of plastic. It's weird. It's really, really shiny. It's like it's all soaking into the page right now. But when it's dry, it really starts to like build up. It's really looks really nice. And Dougie's being nice and quiet. He's sat on the back of the chair at the moment, looking out the window, enjoying the breeze. So he'll probably scare me half to death again, like he did the other week, if someone passes close by the window. Right. Another fly's coming now. It's the only thing about having windows open here. The flies what come in do my head in. Especially big daft blue bottles. I hate them. Whoops. I'm hoping the thingy will act as like a plastic little barrier, you know, to stop it leaking anywhere. Because that's dried before I've even Or have I not put any on there? Yeah, I think it look. Yeah, it's drying too quick, isn't it? Really soaking into the paper. It's not giving me enough. I'm not giving myself enough time to. Obviously, if there's any places where they have gone over the crystals, I can mop that up. And any places I've missed, I will just use a pencil. I think that's as close as I'm going to get. Right, I'm just going to. Trying to get another quick coat on here. This paper is quite good, obviously, you know, in his earlier books the paper seems a lot better done. Mind you, I don't know, I quite like the paper in Alien Worlds. I threw a lot at my last page when I used all the, you know, the inks and stuff like that. A lot went at that page, so, but it's going to leak through something like this. Right, give me 2 seconds, guys. Sorry, I'm miles away with the chat. Right, so, oh, hi Kenny, you all right, darling? Hi, sweetheart. And Lynn. Just trying to catch up. God, it's going quick tonight. But I was working on the Dragon Drive, right? So it must be. Oh, Heather's in as well. Hi, Heather. Wow, you guys are all getting faster. And Audrey. Hi, Audrey. You all right, sweetheart? And Lynn and Zoe. See, everyone's flashing back. Oh, blinky flash. Right, guys. While you all keep chatting and doing your thing, and I just want to try and get a bit of this dried off. Because it is very, very wet, very, very wet. And what I always do as well, guys, if you can hear me over the air dry, I always do dry it from the back as well. You see the shine on that page already. Lynn, it's magic colour, it's acrylic ink. I'll show you in a second, darling. Let me just get a bit more of this back page print. That's what they are, magic colour. And they're acrylic ink. So we're just having a bit of a splatter. Why would I mind anyone gate crashing? You can all come and gate crash me. You know what? It's just lovely if you come along when I get blown away by you. You all keep coming back, and then new people coming. So welcome if you've not been here before. I think I've been on. I don't tend to catch the lives, unfortunately, so I always watch them back, which I like doing. There we go. And the only reason why I don't catch people's chats is because I'm absolutely hopeless. What's that, Heather? Oh, well, for all you know my situation. I feel awful now because I don't know your situation, Heather. Everyone can come home at 6 p.m. tonight, but remain on a 4-hour. Oh, you've not. Oh, flipping heck. Hiya, Nikki, you alright, darling? Hiya, sweetheart, you alright, doll? Well, I hope everything's alright and I hope you're all safe, Heather. Right, so that's, you can see how it's starting to, like the darker colours, it starts to just like, the more you add on, neat, like without the water now. So what I'm going to do is give up on the water. Now that first layer's down. And then with my lightest colour, I'm just going to go back in again in the centre. Bring a bit out a bit. Oh, look at my brush gone naff now. And just move it around a bit. I just like chucking stuff at page and trying doing stuff a bit different. A bit like pickles. Right, and then, see, I'm forgetting my darker and my lighter colour again. But then I'm going to bring some more of this thingy one in. Now when this dries, it'll go more glossy. You do use a bit of ink doing it like this, I've noticed, but I think it'd take me a lifetime to use all that bottle up otherwise. And I'm just moving it around with my paintbrush. There's nothing on my paintbrush now, I've just dried it off. So I'm just bringing that colour a bit further out. I put quite a bit down. And then what I want to do is balance that there. Remember the one I've not used. Oh, thanks, Dan, Heather. And then I'm just gonna bring it into these spaces again, but try and blend it in. I'm not gonna fiff and faff about like I did before, because obviously I've got that base layer down, so I don't have to be as careful, if you know what I mean. It is better to dry your page as well between each one if you can, guys, because you don't want to go through your paper, do you? Then just bring it down a little bit into here, but like I say, I'm not that bothered because I can always use a smaller brush and put a bit more in if I need to. At the moment, I'm just more bothered about getting this bit. So I'll try and get these colours moving together in a minute. Yeah, all I've been thinking about, guys, all week, to be honest with you, and I'll tell you is, I heard someone say not to leave masking fluid on for more than 24 hours. Mine's been on for over a week and a half now, so hopefully theirs was a totally different brand and wasn't the one I've got. But failing that, I've got another book, so I can always recreate this page again. If it doesn't turn out as I've learnt with you guys, it's only a piece of paper. I don't get my knickers in a twist now. And if I've got an image in mind in my head, I just try and go for it now, like I did with the crystal page, or the hibernation page, mind you. So I just want to try and, oh, that's a bit of a funky bit there. So it's quite a lot on there now, as you can tell. And I'll just do the and that's it, guys, totally dry. Now, to me, it still does look wet in patches. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know. I'm still drying that according to my laptop. I'm still there with me, you know, like my screen on my laptop.
You need keeping in check, guys. Hey, Kelly, you alright, sweet? God, I've just took my glasses off to wipe me head. I can't even see the chat. I'm that blind. There we go, back on. Hi, Kelly, you alright, sweetheart? Thank you for coming, doll. So that, guys, is dry. And I don't ever need a bit more light blue in that centre. And where have I put my light blue? Here it is. Just put a bit more light blue. It's I can't explain how it dries like a plastic. And it'll be interesting to see this one, the lighter. Right, Dougie. Just put a bit more light blue on there. Just give this a dry, guys. Stop it. Oh, thanks, Kenny. Yeah, he's on the back. He's got a bubble of Dougie. There we go. And that's all. Oh, here we go. Bye bye, minute. Hey, shut up. Calm it, Kermit. The neighbours just took his little puppy out. So Dougie's going to have a fit now because he's going to want to go. Right, so all that's dry. It's, I don't know how to explain. Oh, Dougie. He's going to be a bit barky for a minute, guys. Just have to bear with me, isn't it? It's what 20 p.m. Oh my god. He stood here on the back of the chair, guys. I wish I could turn the phone round for you to see it. He stood on the back of my chair, and in these flats, because I'm near the shut up, because I'm near the dual carriageway, we have two, like, lots of glasses, so it's, you know, Kermit, can't even say it. Kermit. Yeah, that's what I was saying. He isn't too loud. No, he's like kind of. He's like, I don't know. He's like trying to look through the window at the dog who lives upstairs, who's a puppy. Oh, look at this. So what I'm going to do now, guys, is try and get this masking fluid off. Now, this is very sticky as well when you first do it. But, you know what I'm thinking? Because it's sticky, you know what I'd do nice on there? Gilding fluids, gilding flakes. You know, like while it's in its sticky bit, could add a bit of gilding flakes to it maybe. So that's going to be obviously a task for another day. I was thinking of going and getting some of them because I've got some in the cupboard, but I want it to match the page on the other side. So here you go, guys, as you can see, with the
is it Winsor & Newton? Yeah, Winsor & Newton masking fluid. You can leave it on for nearly a week and it still comes off without ripping your paper. So I'm hoping that I've not got a lot of bleed, or I've not, there we go. Yeah, Dougie's only, he was one on New Year's Eve, so he's only a baba. So he's only got a little, he's a Shih Tzu as well. So he's only got a little bar. And I always got told that breed of dog, a Shih Tzu, the yappers and they never shut up. To be honest with you, he's brilliant. It's very rare he barks. The only time he barks is obviously like when the window's open. Well, no, I'll rephrase that. The only time he barks is when I'm on a live. Because believe it or not, it is satisfying. It is, Audrey. I'm getting quite liking it. This is the third time now of using masking fluid, and yeah, I was actually looking for another page that I could use masking fluid on. Let me just get rid of that. Now, let me just show you. It does bleed through a lot. So obviously, this is a page I do want to do, but I do have another book, as I've said before. I'm treating all my Kerby pages as one-sided. So I do have, you know, a number of his books in doubles. So when I come to bind them, as I fill them out, I can either stick the pages back to back, but at least I can use any medium I want on any of the pages. While this is coming off, it's just like a super thick elastic band on the in-frame there. Sorry. Hopefully, as well, I've just noticed usually when I've been on, well, nearly been on an hour, and on my laptop, I can still see what I'm doing. Woohoo! Usually it goes off after 15 minutes, so it might be my new phone. Or it could be that I've been on to my internet supplier, Mr. Branston, not Branston Pickle. I've been on to Virgin and I put a huge complaint in because I'm paying for the top speed and it's absolutely bobbins, the speed. You know, when someone came round last week from another internet supplier and he was on the step and he went, no, you're getting nowhere near what you should be paying for, come with us and all this lot. And then I found they were from Talk, and my sister-in-law was with Talk and had nothing but trouble with them. Oh, I'm ripping the page, down. Oh my God, I've got a rip in my page. Let me just get this bit off here. So I've not done too bad there, guys, I don't think. There's a few, you know, like I need to go darker here, but I can always use pencil to go around there, can't I? This was just, if you remember last week, I ended up doing the splatters, didn't I? And then, obviously, I just worked on my own, so I just wanted to show how, there we go, how I'm messing about and learning my inks at the moment. And obviously I love you guys being here because I can always, if I think I'm going to make a bit of a fluff, or if I make a fluff, I know you guys are always there and I can go, help me please. But I was brave today and started my crystal page. And a few of you won't have, I don't think you'll have seen it because I showed it before I started doing this. And look at that, all off. Now that masking fluid, I've been on for a week. Yeah, that'd be great for, because can you hear the stick to it? So that'd be great for putting them thingies on it. Yeah, that's right, Pickles, you're right. But at first, when I started, like I say, I love my Kerby. You know I do, that's all I colour. Never coloured anyone else's books. Oh no, I tell a lie, I did Joanna Basford, but I just realised flowers aren't for me. But if we all coloured the same, how boring would it be? There we go, let me just pull these out there, guys. So that's how I created the back. Every time I do that, I knock a bloody thing blinking, sorry. I apologise, guys. These little, what did I do these with? It was this, the 3D Dovecraft 3D Pearl Effects for these. When I did, you know, the big splots, the big dabs of white acrylic, I turned them into the dots, and then some of the bigger ones I made into stars and just kept them on like that. So I just need to do the splatters, but I'll do that when I've coloured, you know, like right up to the crystals. When I'll do all the crystals first, colour them the next few days, and then I'll do my splatters and stuff. So that's how I created that background. And obviously I've shown you how I've done the crystals and stuff like that on that page. So that's that one, guys. So let me just have a quick drink. God, I tell you something, guys, you're all on fire tonight with that typing. I cannot see. Sissy Moo thinks the same. Are you not streaming for a bit now, Pickles? I'm just trying to open a bottle of Coke here, guys. Won't be a second. Shouldn't be drinking Coke, especially not cherry Coke, because I'm diabetic. Oh, just for the summer. I need a list as well. Leslie, I'm sure you'll be able to help me. You know, because I give you special shouts out. There's Leslie's in the house. Like I say, I keep missing everyone's lives, and I think it's because when I'm watching YouTube, I watch it on my telly because I'm in bed. You know, I go to bed quite early in the evenings when I'm not doing the lives, like 8 o'clock. I'm usually in bed. I then get, yeah, you can get cherry Coke Zero, but it's a bit, nah, you know. I'm just, I'm back on my injections. I have injections for my diabetes. I'm diabetes too, and I have injections what I've got to have each morning in my stomach, and hopefully it should help me lose a lot of weight. I lost two stone in the first 2 months when I started them, but then I just started to, I know it sounds stupid, but I think I was losing the weight too quick, and I just stopped doing the injections. And so yeah, that's all I do. I do it in moderation. I mainly drink. Zoe, did he have injections as well? Yeah, apparently everybody in the US are going balmy for these injections what I'm on because you do lose weight with them. They suppress your appetite, and when I say suppress, I mean usually I'd have a breakfast and then a tea, but if I have a break, I just don't want to eat all day. Or a few days I've gone to bed and I thought, what have I ate today? Oh, nothing. And then I had to get up, you know, and have some Weetabix or something just so I've actually ate something. So they do really work. And like I say, I lost I lost 2 stone in 2 months. So I've noticed my eyesight still getting bad. Obviously that's how they found out I was diabetic, because I couldn't see my Kerby's lines no more, so I went to opticians and they said go straight to your doctors, because they recognised something to do with diabetes. And like I say, I've had 2 prescriptions in the last 6 months because my eyes have gone. But bardy blah, let's not, you know. What I was going to say then? Yeah, I usually drink a lot of pop like lemonade and stuff, but I'm going on to squash now more than anything. But Chloe came for tea and brought me a bottle of cherry coke because she knows it's my favourite. So that's basically next. When am I on next? Now Tuesday. So I'll have done this over the weekend and this will be a completed page. Hopefully next week. Now come on, that'll be done. So that will be my first double completed page for this month's Kerby theme challenge, which is crystals. If nobody if you're not too sure, guys, as well what the Kerby theme challenge is, I do have like videos, you know, like in my videos, bit of me thingy me bob, and each month, on the 1st of each month, I release a new theme and a hashtag for that theme. So squash or water, very tea. I love coffee, to be honest with you, Zoe. I love my coffee. But yeah, Kelly Lucasade, yeah, I love that. Lucasade, beautiful. So this is a page that I chose when I went through the pages that I plan to colour this month for this month's theme. This is page 62 from Alien Worlds, and it's Crystal Hibernation. I chose crystals as a theme this month because I've never coloured crystals. So this is like my first proper crystal. Because even though, is that too far in? Yeah, is that okay? Oh, thank you, Leslie. Oh, Leslie, yeah, I meant to ask you. I was asking you once and then got sidetracked, as I always do. How you guys keep up with me, I don't know. Leslie, what I'm after is, I was watching a few of your lives. I was watching a few replays of the last couple of nights when I was in bed of yours. And I think Pickles said that you're on at 3:30 UK time. And I can't remember what day is it, a Monday. But what I was after was, because do you have like a list of when other people go live and stuff like that? Because I want to try and catch more people, so I'm going to have to start putting them in my phone, so remind me, do you know what I mean? Because I did that with I think was it Emily the other night when she was on, when she did the stream with a few others. I was so excited because I'd set my phone for it and everything. I was there, I was all up and running, and I was sat there waiting and left a message and that, and then I can't remember what happened, but we ended up having to go out somewhere, so I missed it. But I have caught up on it since. But I do like to watch people's lives, and I don't want just people it's just in your head. Oh my God, Leslie, you must have such a good, you know what, I forget my name half the time. But I'm putting it down to brain fog, guys, because of all the, you know, just hitting 50 and obviously the menopause. But yeah, so this is the page I've been working on yesterday. I did follow the guide from the Helen Elliston colorist special effect. Someone asked me a question. Gatorade. Yeah, we have Gatorade over in the UK, don't we? I've heard of that. I'm sure the girls have drunk that.
Yeah, Pickles, exactly the same. I always remember my mum when she had an hangover. She'd be there on the settee and she'd go to the shop and get me a Lucozade. It was always the best thing for an hangover, apparently. Yeah. Or if you had an upset stomach and you was off school for the day. Yeah, I knew I was really poorly if I got a bottle of Lucozade. Yeah, like, oh yeah, she's poorly, get her some Lucozade. It was either that or Benylin. You had a mouthful of Benylin on the way to school if you had a chesty cough. Get some Benylin down you. So, I've done this week as well. I worked on my swatches. I was telling you guys that these are my polys, my favourite pencils. I just love my polys. And I put them all in buckets of all the reds and the yellows and the blues, and I can't, guys, I just can't go sit there. I got a bucket out the other day of reds, and oh my gosh, I must have been sat there for about half an hour trying to find the colours or what, and I just couldn't. So I thought, right, time to start doing swatches, young lady. So I got the page off Marie. She sent me the page of these. I think there's like 9 on a page, and I worked on them. When I did them, I laminated them and cut them out, and then like put them through the laminator so they'll last me a while. You know, they're not gonna, the only one I've not done is this page, and it's because when I got my set of 120 polys, the deep scarlet red was missing. I didn't actually have that colour, but I got 2 of the dark red. So obviously I didn't bother ringing him and saying I've not, you know, I've got 1 extra pencil and I've not got a deep scarlet, because I've not missed it and I've had them for a while now. Oh my gosh, right. Right, hopefully I'll be able to go on. You know when it goes off, here's one for you, because you've just kindly put all that down. Oh, give over. You've just put all that. Doug is being so cheeky. That is amazing what you've just put on there, Leslie, but it's going to go past and I won't have wrote it down. Can I go on my chats after I've shut down? And then I can read through everybody's. 2 a.m. Well, this is the thing, because I don't mind, you see, because I don't sleep a lot. You know what I mean? Like I do, right, yeah, that sounds daft saying I don't sleep a lot when I go to bed at 8 p.m. But I'll go to bed early, but then 3 o'clock in the morning I can wake up and that's me then. I'm awake then. You know what I mean? So it gives me something there. I can just look on my phone and think, oh, you know, such a body's on, because like I say, I watch it on my telly in bed. Now if I had my laptop, it would say who's on live, because it comes up in the corner, such and such a body's on live, but not. Kenny, I didn't know you did lives, my darling. Oh my god, I'm so excited. See all this now. Oh, we're gonna have to get a calendar. Right, that's it. We'll all meet up in the UK. Only because I'm here and I can't afford to travel. And we'll do one of them calendars. Oh, you're a sweetheart. You know what? Oh, you're a diamond, Pickles. Yeah, Pickles, are you on for this, love, as well? Right? We'll all get together, all those guys on here, and we'll do a calendar. Yeah, and then we can put all when we're on our lives on the calendar. And then, you know, what do you reckon? Benylin in hot water. Oh, I've not heard of that one. You know what my grandma used to do? You know Vic Rubchest? She swore by a small teaspoon of that. Oh, I thought you said so. Ah, no, you said Izig. So I thought you were saying someone had missed you out then. Are you up for that, Leslie? Yeah? I'll get my camera out and I'll come to everyone's country, and we can either do it, you know, like one of them where you stand in front of a
a vegetable cart and you hold up a pair of lemons and smile. Melons, not lemons. The lemons wouldn't have much. Or you sit there, you know, with 2 cinnamon swirls and stuff like that. Yeah, direct from the bottle. That's what my dad used to do. Don't bother with a spoon, get a swig. Yeah, Zoe, the Vicks. No, my grandma used to put it on a teaspoon and swallow it. Just the thing she said, like, swallow it and it'd coat your neck. I'm sure it, you know, I don't know, but she was quite elderly when she passed, so it didn't do her any harm. But that Vicks, yeah, I love it when I put it on the boys. You know, Jason, when they've got it. Oh my God, no, nobody start taking Vic in the bye. Yeah, she used to put some on a small teaspoon and swallow it. And she used to say it used to coat her throat and make it feel a lot better. But she did smoke quite heavily as well, so, you know. That's what maybe we need to do, get another schedule going, you know, so we can all keep in. Because what I dread doing is obviously Shannon fitted me in with the 2-week Kerby and she said, what about Tuesday at 8? So I thought, oh, that means no one else is. So that's why I've stuck to that time. So, and then obviously Thursdays as well just came as a, do you know what I mean? So maybe it's a good thing if we try and get some, I don't know. But no, I do want to try and join you, more of you guys. Obviously, you've come and supported me in here, you know, like up tonight it's got like 67 views, which is the most I've had. I'm absolutely blown away. And if you could all give me a thumbs up on your way out before I forget, because I never say that, do I? You know. Yeah, Vicks is just so strong. You know what we used to do, I don't know if you used to do this, Pickles, at school we used to wipe it underneath our eyelid, not near your eye, but you know, like just on your cheekbone at the top. We used to wipe it there so it looked like we'd been crying. And we used to go to the toilets and rub it on and then tell the teacher we'd just been sick in the toilet so we could go up and sent home from school. I think the teachers must have thought there was a pandemic when we first figured it out. Yeah, I stream Tuesdays and Thursdays 8 to 10. So, if that's what you was asking. Or you saying you do it on Thursdays. Oh, you just, oh, right, so my step. Oh, Minnie Rich is also in case she streams 8 something. Oh, right, I don't know her. Minnie H. Oh, maybe I might need to change my times then. That's very true, yeah. Yeah, people just come in and go as they want. It's really good, isn't it? Right, I'm just like sat here watching this stream. I'm so, wait, you may need a mod for your channel before long. Yeah, I was thinking that the other day. Marie said she'd kindly come and do it for me, but obviously might not always be available Thursdays. So if anybody would like to maybe come and help me. Yeah, Leslie, that's another good thing. Vic is very good if you're getting a cold, rub it on your feet and put a pair of socks on. Yeah, that's true, yeah, Pickle, yeah. because this time is perfect for me, to be honest with you. Because if... Oh, I won't, Julia. No, I will not change it, Julia. It's perfect for you, sweetheart. Julia was with me from the very start, wasn't you, Julia, when I was just talking about maybe doing YouTube, and Julia was like behind me all the way and really giving me the encouragement and everything. So now obviously I'm doing lives, it's even better because Julie can actually fit in this time, get a chance to put her feet up and have a brew and sit back for a couple of hours and join in the chat and listen to me rabbit on with myself. Right, anyway, I'm just sat here staring at, so I'm not even doing now. So we've done the Geomorphia page. Someone going past on a bike. So I started working on these before. So what I'm going to do is I'm just using 4 colours. Like I say, I got this way from the Helen Elliston colouring book. She shows you, you know, how to create the best crystal. But I found a video on Barbara Colours and it's brilliant. I watched it and it's basically, she's done the Helen Elliston, you know, like how she tells you to do it, but obviously, you know, she's done it in a video, so I just watched that a couple of times and then made my own way up of doing it. So I'm using 4 colours, the polys, because I love my polys. The darkest one is Prussian Blue, 246, and then Helio Turquoise, 155, Cobalt Turquoise, 153, and the lightest colour is Light Cobalt Turquoise, 154. And then all I've been doing really is just following Kerby's lines, but what I did on the big crystal, Kerby had a few lines that were just like slight ones, but I carried them on to make them into a further section. Like here, if you can see here, where he's just come down, you know, and that's like quite an higgledy-piggledy piece. So on that one, I would have put a mark across there and then there, so it'd have been like 4 different sections on the big one, just so I could go over the dude in the middle. Like I say, then I used darker pens for some darker little lines and a white Posca and my electric eraser for some of the marks, and I'm quite pleased with how it come out. Obviously I've coloured, you know, a crystal here, but I will be doing these marks and things on it. So yeah, I watched a video off Barbara Colours and like I say, it was absolutely brilliant. Hi Shannon, you alright, sweetheart? How you doing, Shannon? Everything good, yeah? Thank you for coming on, my doll. So, on the crystals, just like everyone said, really, there's no right or wrong way, is there? So, I just put the colours down into different areas and blended them out. But it really came to life when I started adding the white, and that's when you know, I was quite pleased with the blending I got. I used a blending pencil. Like I say, I don't really use a blending pencil before, you know, like usually. I'm going for the wrong one now. But it made a huge difference and I was really impressed with it. How smooth and how, you know, blended the colours looked. It does as it says on the tin. And sorry if I've not kept up with the chat tonight, guys. Like I said, it's whizzing past faster than I don't know what. You've been lurking, have you, Shannon? Yeah, that's right, Shannon. It's like I say, obviously it was your lovely self who, you know, gave me the chance with the Kerby, and obviously you know, that slot was suitable for yourself and me, so I just stuck at it and it's perfect for me. I'd hate to be, you know, I don't know, I shouldn't think like that, should it? It's just the way I am. I'd just hate to think that I was stepping on someone's toes, but nobody said anything, and I've been doing it a few weeks now, haven't I? So I shan't say any more. I shan't say any more about it. But I do appreciate every single one of you coming in, guys, and, you know, watching, or, you know, like watching on replay and stuff like that. It does mean so much to me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same, because I don't like some of these shapes. So, what pretty is it? So I'm just going to carry that one onto there. And so I'll just make that one big one. Yeah. I don't know what I did then, but I'll keep that marking. It's just so nice being, you know, be able to colour for a few hours at home and just look up and know there's people there with me. Minus. That's true, Pickle. No one owns time. Oh, thank you, Shannon. You're a sweetheart, darling. It's all right, guys. I'll like I say, I just need to start watching it on my laptop a bit more, really. But obviously, when you're lying in bed all tucked up, and last thing I think of doing is coming in here and grabbing my laptop to see if anyone's on live. So yeah, I've thoroughly enjoyed creating that little dude in there. You know, when you have something in your head, and I kept thinking, no, it's not going to look how I want it to. And it did. And I don't know why I surprised myself. I should have a bit more faith. A little bit more faith. Oh, here he goes again now. Mr. I am 10 foot hard, Dougie. The neighbours, the bins are being put out. It's wheelie bin day tomorrow. So people are putting the bins out, and he can hear them, so he's warning them. Give over. Give over, give over. Yeah, the chat's been whizzing past tonight, guys, so I know I've said it a few times. If I have missed you, if you've asked me something, or I've not replied. I don't mean to. It's just that every time I look up, the page is just nearly, you know. No, that'd be superb, making a calendar, yeah. Making a calendar and... Oh, as well, guys, I don't know if I mentioned, we got a reply off Kerby. Woohoo, how can I forget that? Yeah, he, you know, for the colouring collab we did, myself and Karen from My Colourful Country Life, he sent an email back to Karen thanking everybody for the wonderful video and all our hard work. And, you know, I thought it was really nice for him to do that. So, yeah. He's actually watched the video and he's seen all our pages. So, how cool is that? Yeah. I've got, oh, you know what? I was just going to say I'll show you what he said, but it's on my phone. That's why I've not seen. He just said, thank you, Karen. You know, thanks, Karen, for the video and for the colourful community collab. No, he didn't. He just said the community collaboration. So, yeah. I was like, oh, cool. So, that's a good one. So, hopefully he, you know, obviously he really liked it and that. So, mind you, how could he not? It was absolutely so beautiful, wasn't it, by the time, you know, when everyone's pages were put together. And I got quite emotional watching the video when Karen sent it to me first time. Because obviously I'd not seen everyone's pages, I'd only seen a few. So when she put it all together, it was just amazing. I was blown away. But we're thinking of doing another one. So me and Karen were talking about it with Leslie, weren't we, Leslie, last week? We're saying we're going to do another one, and I think it's going to be Mythomorphia we're going to do. So keep an eye out, guys. Obviously, you know, I'll keep you up to date on my streams and stuff like that. If, you know, if we do decide a date, I know Karen's got quite a bit on at the moment, so I don't think we'd have any problem getting people to colour the pages. It's just getting people to send them in. We had a few people who let us down, unfortunately. So that was the reason why, because we asked originally for, yeah, everyone seems to love Mythomorphia, don't they? Yeah, we had a few people who like, oh yeah, you know, like really minded her pages. I then got a page and then just totally ignored my emails, my messages and stuff like that. And I was messaging on YouTube Live and stuff like that, but I just didn't get anything back. So obviously we just had to give the pages to someone else. But thankfully they came through pretty quickly for us. So hopefully next time, one thing I will do is note to self, take everyone's names, because some people were just like Julie off Instagram and then trying to change Julie, you know what I mean? Yeah, Leslie wasn't too keen on it at first, was you, Leslie? You were saying it was a bit scary, but she got the books mixed up with Mythic World, because that does have a few different kind of pages, doesn't it? So yeah, not too sure who will be doing which side of the book, but as soon as we decide, obviously, I will let you know when we need pages allocated, and then hopefully we'll have another superb, fabulous book again. It just keeps us all going, doesn't it? Gives us all something to do. Keeps us all out of trouble. Colouring a bit of Kerby. So do most of you like Mythomorphia? Is that a favourite book by a lot of yous? Yeah, because that's it. We had quite a lot of people, but it was all because there was a few that we had to say no, you know, and they were really, oh please, and you know, then you only have the world books, do you, Nikki? Right. Well, we will be doing one of the world books because we have already spoke about that, so, but I think the next one will be Mythomorphia, but because it does seem to be. Mythomorphia, was it? My very first Kerby book was Worlds Within Worlds, and I just absolutely loved it. Fragile Worlds, that's one what scares me, because obviously it's like realism, isn't it? Yeah, Lynn, you like Mythomorphia as well? Yeah, I think everyone seems to have quite a few. Yeah, it does, Nikki, yeah. Yeah, it does still have the hidden items, but I tend to just go over them. Does it? No, I don't think it does. Yeah, it does. Yeah, let's see at the back. Yeah. Yeah, like only very tiny ones though. Don't know if you can see. Let me just see if we can find that particular page. I just colour over them. I just like try and blank them out with a bit of... Where's that line page I've just seen? Because I know where the keys are on that one. That's my total favourite page to colour. I was watching someone for nearly 4 hours last night colouring the Medusa, and oh wow, it was just amazing watching her colour it. And I just sat there, you know, to the point of I wanted to get up out of bed and go and get it and like follow along with it. So yeah, I've had a bit of a go there, but only very light, so I can cut, you know. I started it and then lost my bottle because it is one of my favourite pages, so I don't know why. I don't just go for it, because you either mess it up or you don't you? Don't you not? What was that? Seeing someone not colour it. Do you not like Alien Worlds? I was a bit like that. When I first seen it, I thought, it's a bit busy. You know, like, because of all the backgrounds and everything, but I just think his imagination's just amazing. You know, to some of these beasts in air, animals, aliens, whatever we call them, you know, he's my favourite, the one that I did for my birthday colour. Oh, sorry, banging the camera. Him, I just thought he was fantastic. I just still love him. He's just the page that jumped out to me the most, because I said that's what I feel like when I make a mess of a Kerby page. That is me roaring. yeah, that's what I do. Zoe, I break them down as much as I can and make them into little bits. Like colour all one section first, but yeah, when I seen him, I can't believe that was my favourite page, and I went and chose that double lava page. That one for the, look at all these, I've not even done my May completed pages yet. That was my page for the collab, what we did for Kerby. But I've still got them all up on my thing because I've still got a lot to finish. But I just keep putting them in the filing cabinet, which is just a shelf, as you do. Just slap on all the watercolour and go, yeah. But I just love pencils. I love my pencils. Never thought I would do. Because we all loved colouring when we were little, didn't we? I used to colour in my colouring books, and then I used to take them to my grandparents on a weekend because I stayed with them Friday nights. And all the pictures I'd coloured during the week, I'd hang them on my grandma's maiden with pegs, and then my granddad would come in and buy them off me for 10 pence each. So yeah, you know, brilliantly coloured. You know, I was probably like 9 or something like that, and windling my granddad's money out of him for pages he probably like put on the side of his bed while I was there, and then he probably turfed them when I went home on the Saturday night. Bless his cutting out. He was a sweetheart. He used to always say, it's nice to be nice. That's where I get it from. It's nice to be nice. Doesn't cost anything, does it, to be nice? The world's an ugly place without having an ugliness. I just can't believe how quick time flies. Is it just me? Or is anyone else like that? I don't know if it's because I'm enjoying myself, and we've had a right old knitter natter tonight, haven't we, guys? I bet all yous have all got repetitive strain in your fingers. It's nice. I like it. Where am I going now? I forgot what colour I'm on. That's the lightest one. Or did I just do that one? There's a lot of people I'd like to tell to shush pickles, to be honest with you. A lot of people. So has anyone got any good plans for over the weekend? Anyone doing anything particularly nice? Any celebrations or parties or... I've just got the grandchildren as usual. Brody Friday night and Jay Saturday and Monday. I think he's got his first intake at school next week because he goes to the big, well, starts nursery in September, Jay, so I think he's got an intake day where they go and have a play and get to know the teachers and stuff like that, so that's going to be interesting for him. But I've got not a lot planned. Leslie, yeah, colouring and maybe do a chore or two. I like it, a bit like me. Have I froze? Away we go. Bear with me a second. Oh, come on, stupid phone. Right, am I back? I'm back, guys. I hope I'm back anyway.
I'm back, yay! Party! I don't mind, it's nearly time to go, so it's not too bad, is it, freezing at that time? Yeah, it's, I noticed it this time. I remember what we said it was, Pickles, last time. It was the, my phone was getting low on charge. I think you said that, and it was that, so Pickles got it right. But this time I knew what it'd be straight away. So it's getting near to 10 o'clock now anyway, so I'm going to have something to eat when I've finished on here with you guys, and then I'm going to watch a bit of telly, do a bit of catch up, and then try and get my head down, because like I say, I've got Jace at the hospital tomorrow. He's having his 6-month review for his diabetes, so they need to discuss about diabetes nurses going into his junior school and explaining to the teachers about his particular type of diabetes, because it's prenatal, so it's not like the average diabetes 1 or diabetes 2, so it's a bit different, so they'll have to be brought up to date with that. Right, I'm just going to do this one last little piece down here, then I'm going to call it tonight, guys. So I thank you all for coming. You've all been absolutely amazing and wonderful company as always. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. Sorry the chat has been so like, oh my goodness. Oh, has the sound gone? Oh, Leslie, you're an absolute darling. Thank you, Leslie. And like I say, Leslie, I've been watching your streams, and I'm halfway through. Thank you, Mona. I'm halfway through your thingy one, Leslie. Your double page you put in for the collab. So I'm watching that one at the moment. So, oh, thanks, guys. You're more than welcome. Thank you for coming and joining me. I'll stream every Tuesday and Thursdays when I can. And I really, really just appreciate you all coming. Thank you, Julia, for coming as always. Thank you, Pickles. You're welcome, sweetheart. Thank you, Kenny. Thank you, Leslie, for coming. Like I say, thank you to all of you for coming, and to Bonnie and Bob, and to Sue and Audrey and everybody, yeah? Hi, B, you all right, darling? Yeah, the Geomorphia B is going to be so cool. Thanks, Nikki. Yeah, B, but obviously, like I say, we've not got any plans at the moment. We've not set a date for it or anything like that. It's just something we was talking with Leslie the other week on stream when Karen came in, and we were saying like what book and stuff like that. So it's something we've been talking about. I know I talk to Karen quite a bit. She's an absolute super saver. She helps me out so much when I'm stuck with stuff. So it might be coming up over the next couple of months. Obviously, we just have to see what Karen's got lined up, and you know, see what's going on with everybody. Then as soon as we decide, we will do an announcement video, but obviously I'll announce it in my live. And then you can all, as soon as I announce it, if you're on the live, you can let me know. You can let me know which page, and we'll just do it that way. Yeah, because obviously Karen will have one half of the book and I'll have the other half. So if your particular page you fancy doing is in my half of the book and I'm on a live, we can do it that way. We can allocate pages that way. I think it'll be a lot better. And then obviously, you know, people who come and join in my stream, you know, can get the pages hopefully that they want because they've come to join my
my life. So, or does that sound a bit thingy doing it like that? But anyway, we shall see, my darling. So again, thank you, my darlings, for coming and watching. I hope the people who've been lurking in the background have enjoyed the content tonight. And like I say, I'll be on again now Tuesday next week, and hopefully, I don't think I'll have this page and the Geomorphia one done, but I'll have one or the other done depending what I get to work up weekend. So thank you very much. What's that, Lynn? I'm miles away then. Like a sieve. Yeah, I'd like a sieve. Right, guys, well, it's been lovely meeting you, Zoe and Lynn. I don't think I've met you before, or I've joined your colouring. I think I've been on, I'm not too sure. I'm getting all my head mixed up now with who's I've joined, but I will be looking out for everybody's anyway. So I'm going to love you and leave you guys now and sign off. So again, thank you very much for coming. Please give me a thumbs up if you can remember, and if you've not already, I'd be really appreciate it if you could subscribe to my channel. You've not got a channel in now? Okay, well, hopefully we'll see you again. Yeah, it's been lovely speaking to you and getting to know you. You know, I love meeting new people. So yeah, like I say, I do Tuesdays and Thursdays each week, and hopefully, you know, bring a different page each night I stream. Okay, so I'm going to sign off now, guys. So have a lovely weekend, and I'll hopefully see you on Tuesday. All right, my darling. Night, God bless. Have a good weekend, everyone. Bye.